Claas congratulates the Vanderloop equipment team for its well-deserved recognition. For more than 25 years, Vanderloop has been one of the leading retailers of Claas Jaguar forage harvesters throughout the U.S. We at Claas are proud to be part of the Vanderloop team.
Yeah, we've been running the challenge with is the guidance and obstacle detection and the mapping and the job creations are right there. It's the implement control, which is what's going to be the next hurdle to get over, to be able to control the variations of all of the different implements, whether it's planters or something that has multiple functions of hydraulics, and you have to be able to control all of that, so we're like in the tractors, we can do groups of 27 functions in a headland management configuration or a teaching configuration, where the tractor will record a sequence of events. That's where the guidance or the autonomous right now is going to be the next challenge, to be able to control all of these implements besides driving and obstacle detection in that. Mark does he's really pretty good with the autonomous and the guidance and mapping and yield and precision stuff. He's also really good at developing some processes for the sales team and how we're doing trade evaluations and how we're doing sharing data with the rest of the team. So I think the data communication is whether it's the service department knowing that if a customer's having a odd issue, had we seen that issue at any of the other locations. So trying to get communication between the locations, maybe of, hey, this guy's having this issue, how we're coordinating that with. So if a tech at Beaver Dam says, hey, I saw that a year ago and this is what I found, and a Beaver Dam or a Lena tech has that same situation, we need to not have to re-diagnose the whole system. We need to be able to communicate and say, hey, has anybody seen this? We're starting to tie failure descriptions to part numbers in our part system. So if we have a failure part, whatever the failure part was, there's a link to the actual repair documentation of what was done the last time. So if we sell a module of something, how was it diagnosed that it was that module that failed? AI as we go forward, and the manufacturers, even with AI and machine diagnostics, I think we'll be looking at our technicians today. They have to be really good to be able to do some of this diagnostic on some of these CAN systems and the oddball stuff, and when they go to service training, they can they bug a machine and they have them figure out where they bugged the machine. Well, that's good, but it's not the real world. In the real world, when you have a bug, it's or a hard to repeat with a hard to repeat issue where it's not consistent. It might happen once every hour. It might happen once every 2 days.
Yeah.
The diagnostic for that is very challenging. So I think AI will be between, an AI and autonomous are going to kind of be one and the same too, because this stuff will be self-learning. It'll be able to see when it's got a problem. It'll detect problems and report back if it's, it has a hydraulic failure or a mechanical failure of some kind. It'll detect that and be able to know enough to stop.